mentioned earlier, we're building a whole ecosystem. Part of having this tournament, it's not just hosting to show the world that we can host a big international tournament. It's also for our junior players to be inspired, to get to watch live. Because usually they just get to watch on TV, like top caliber players. So this is a great opportunity for them to watch these players.
Can we have an interview? Just a few questions addressed to Temi, Ms. Diane.
Yeah, sure.
So we didn't get to hear some of your quotes earlier. So what does this tournament again mean to you and to the local players who will be able to compete since already you've been awarded the wild card?
Gano'n ka kasaya na nabigyan ka ng wild card, yun ang ibig niyan sabihin.
It really means a lot to me, Bob. Of course, it's gonna be held here in the Philippines. So, yeah, I'm so very excited and I'm gonna compete.
So again, yung tinanong ni Mr. Redo, ano yung mindset mo dito? Kasi most probably, since you're unranked, most probably tatapat ka na sa isang medyo malakas-lakas na player. So, maybe seeded pa. So, ano maging mindset mo entering into that game, your first game and your first WTA tournament? It's wild card.
Mindset is to do well inside the court and yeah, no pressure, but I'm gonna do my very best.
Okay. As noted by Ms. Diane, 12 are in the main draw. Of the 24-player draw for the 32-player draw, 12 are in the main draw and 12 are also in the qualifiers. Just in the event, for example, some of those who are in the main entry list right now, top 24, are also managed to reach the second round or the second week. So what's the scenario for that then?
So what happens is, so there's a ranking, so we have the 24 who are direct entries, and then after that there's a wait list, or they call it alternate list.
Yes.
So if people pull out in the main draw, people just move up, they keep moving up. And we have quite a long alternate list as well. So you can actually check the entries in the WTA website and also in the website of the Philippine Women's Open, Facebook page of the Philippine Women's Open and Instagram pages. So ganun lang yun. So kung kunyari hindi sila makalaro, yung mga nasa baba,
Angat.
yeah.
Okay. Kung main draw, well, anyway, let's not complicate things.
So ang rule ng WTA, kapag ang isang 1 to 5 ay nakaschedule in the second week of a Grand Slam, the main draw player has to have lost by Friday of the first week. So what's the date of Friday? January 23. So if any of those players, including Alex, has lost by January 23, then they can play. But if they win, then they can't play anymore.
Quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No, not yet quarters. By Friday it will be about
Dili. Quarterfinals na yung susunod na. Yeah, tama ba?
fourth round.
Fourth round, yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, any more?
For Chairman Patrick. Chairman, hindi na 5654 yung Rizal Memorial ngayon, but is it plug-free naman, Chairman? Saka God forbids na huwag sana mamulan. Kasi yung Rizal, pag binaha, abot hanggang Aquino Stadium. Ngayon ba, gano'n na kaganda yung inyong paghahanda dun sa...
Maraming salamat. Ano po yan? Talagang in-inspection na, ginawa na ng clean up ng DPWH at MMDA. As a matter of fact, I think the last few days nandiyan lang sila lahat. City of Manila, nakapaligid na ho yan sa Adriatico at sa Vito Cruz. Clean up na po, nag-tree pruning, kiniklear na yung area. Mamayang hapon, 5 p.m., may final inspection po ang DPWH. I will make sure I'll be there para lang ma-address natin lahat yan, pati yung mga eyesore, yung mga bagay na dapat linisin, mga gamit na trash na dapat alisin. So, confident naman po tayo na na-address na natin yan. At maganda naman ang panahon, malamig pa nga. So, I think we're all set. Sir.
Chairman, follow-up. Ibabalik niyo ba sa dati sa dating or yung board or mag-stay na to hanggang the rest of the pagpapatuloy ng Philippine Women's Open?
Well, kanina nga lang, bago kami pumasok ni Mayor dito, pinag-usapan ni Sec. January, pinag-usapan na namin yung plans natin for Philippine tennis and the development of more tennis courts, not just in Rizal, but all over the country. Konting pasakali lang. Today, as we meet, the University of the Philippines has started the construction of the National Training Center for Beach Volleyball inside UP Diliman sa tabi ng CHK Court. And kasama po natin dyan sa project na yan, sila Sir Tat, sila Sir Don, University of the Philippines, as an SUC, State University and Colleges. Dami nilang lupa lahat ng SUCs, Mindanao, Palawan, Mariano Marcos in Ilocos, Cavite. So ngayon, they've identified and we have a framework that if you're an SUC and you provide land for development for sports, nandito si PSC, papasok yung NSA, and then we can develop all of these sports. And pang tennis, pang football, pang baseball. So, nandun na, binobuldoser na yung world-class beach volleyball facility. Now, why did I mention that? Because inside UP Diliman alone, I think there are 10 tennis courts, Mayor. 10. Yung apat bago pa, pero nasira na. Bagong sira. So, mapaayos na natin ngayon. But can you imagine if PSC will work again with PhilTa and with the University of the Philippines as an SUC to open up all of these tennis courts to the national players, to the regional players, to the varsity players, and to the public, and put all the best lighting there. So, ako, ang pananaw ko as chairman is we will really encourage NSAs to work with us so that we can identify areas na pag sinabi nila section, meron pa hong lugar dito sa Iloilo, may lugar pa dito sa Bacolod, we will really pursue that. So that is really very exciting. And it's not just for tennis, for all sports na gustong i-adapt ng LGU. And itong nangyayari ngayon sa UP as we speak, ito po yung realization that they have a lot of space, but they do not have the budget to develop the sport and the facilities of the sport. And now we're opening up all of these opportunities. So, sabi ko nga po, pumunta rin kayo sa UP, makikita nyo siguro 4 na heavy equipment ng DPWH nandun. Baka in the next month, ibitahin na rin namin kayo ng ribbon cutting doon. So yan po ang mga very exciting developments natin.
Good afternoon po, Louie Morales from One Sports. Either the BSC or PhilTa can comment, but we talked about sports tourism po on hosting this Philippine Women's Open. At this point, are we expecting fans or maybe even media to fly in to cover their players po for the Philippine Women's Open?
Yeah. Usually when the players come, they come with their coaches and their sometimes family members. And I wouldn't be surprised because in relation to the question or statement made earlier, because people are asking, why did you choose this date? Actually, we didn't choose it. So it's actually, there's a whole schedule of WTA for the whole year. And there are just options wherein you can choose where you want to host. And we were given 2 options. This is the first option, and the other option is actually coinciding with Dubai Open, which is the WTA 1000. The WTA 1000, Amex can play there, so there's actually 0 chances of her playing there. That's why we chose this this date, because it's the second week of AO. That means a lot of players, top ranked players, would go here because it's within the region. So I think although one of the challenges that we had is we kind of found out and announced it a little bit later. But hopefully next year it's going to be in the calendar so everyone can plan their visit. If they're coming from Australia, I'm sure they want to come to the Philippines, not just to watch tennis, but also to they have more time to go to the beaches here. Because that's what usually happens when they're in the region. There's another tournament just in case you lose the Grand Slam or a major tournament. So, yeah.
So to add to that, no, so you notice the women's pro tennis calendar. So it starts down under in the Australian Open, and then they go to the Middle East, diba, Dubai, Doha, Abu Dhabi, and then they go Indian Wells, right, and then Miami Open. So it's USA, and then it moves to Europe for the clay season, and then it moves to Europe for the grass season, and then back to hardcourt to the US in the hardcourt season. So the WTA, they really try to schedule the tournaments so that the players can have the opportunity to play as many tournaments as possible when they travel to a region. So just imagine a European or an American traveling 30 hours to get to Australia. At marami sa kanila matatalo sa first round, di ba? So para hindi sayang yung trip nila, yung buong team nila, malaki rin yung gastos, they try to make tournaments within the area, like us, madadaanan kasi yung Manila, papuntang Middle East. So parang ganon. So that's why the schedule of when we could have this 1 to 5 is determined talaga by the WTA. So I hope you all understand that. Kasi maraming nagsasabi na bakit hindi nyo ginawa yung tournament na sigurado makakapaglaro si Alex Ayala. So just imagine if we put it whatever date we wanted and it's not part of the flow. Oh, so lalo na hindi makakalaro si Alex. So ganun kasi yung professional tennis. Yes.
Good afternoon, Edwin. Kay Chairman, unlike sa futsal, yung tennis na pakatali ng community, so expected talagang dadagsa yung mga tennis fans. Yung capacity ng Rizal Tennis Center, baka kulangin. Wala ko ba tayong plano mag-put up ng malaking TV sa labas para makapanood yung iba nating mga kababayan?
Thank you, Edwin. Totoo yun, no? That, part nga ng stress point namin yan nila SecGen before eh. Kasi ang original setup ng Rizal Tennis parang 300 seats, maximum na. So alam naman namin yun eh, magtatampo lang yung kababayan natin. So what did we do? We installed new bleacher seats. Mga 2,000 na ho ang bleacher seats ngayon sa Rizal, no? And ang minimum requirement, if I'm not mistaken, is 750 seats. But we have 2,000, so more than double. But yes, ang isang plano, kung siguro si Ma'am Tonet can explain later, kasi practice facilities the Dakudao Gym covered. So we can put up the big LED TVs there for people to watch as well, no? And moving forward, maybe this is a good opportunity because you know, this is all good news. And can we make this happen? Yes, we can make this happen. You know, di ba po alam nyo na ang BCDA already gave Philippine Sports Commission, earmarked rather, to the Philippine Sports Commission and PhilTAC 20 hectares in the new Grand City. 20 hectares po yan. 10 hectares for PSC, 10 hectares for PhilTAC. Magkatabi po right in front of the Academy, National Academy of Sports. So moving forward, if we plot this well, we do this well, and we get all the support, and government continues its all-out support to Philippine sports, maybe we can have a brand new, world-class, bigger stadium in New Clark City in the next few years. So that is really very exciting.
Thank you, Chairman. Kay Mayor Toby,
May dadagdag po ako. Buti na paalala ni Sec John. You know, hindi ko naman sinasabing bata pa ako, pero never kong na-realize na grabe pala yung history nung talagang tennis tournaments inside that Coliseum. Diba? And now that the scribes are writing about it, the history of who played there, Bjorn Borg and McEnroe and the likes. Alam mo po, very open kami sa PSC to really do something with that Coliseum and maybe convert it as a tennis court as well. And I think that people, Filipinos will love that. So pinag-usapan na rin po namin ni Sec. Jen.
Thank you, Chairman. Mayor, speaking of BCDA, ang alam ko po meron din mo kayong MOA na pinirmahan with BCDA. Part na ho ba yun nung nabanggit ni Chairman na? Or na-identify po sa inyo kung ano yung lugar sa New Clark City na gagawin para sa inyo?
So, actually talagang tinadhana kami ng PSC. Kasi mayroon kaming pirmahan rin with BCDA, 10 hectares, and coincidentally, magkatabi kami dun sa binigay na or reserved na area for PSC. And thankfully, Chairman sent us a message just a few days ago. And he wants a grand plan. So, just a big plan. Kasi contiguous naman yung property. So, mas maganda sana merong mga common areas doon. Kasi when you play tennis or any other sport, you'll also need the other facilities like the gym, the track, or the other facilities. So, magagamit natin lahat yan. And just to add to what Chairman mentioned, yung sinasabi po niyang Coliseum, ito po yung dun sa hindi po Dahudaw to. Ito yung dun sa in front of the street, yung main Coliseum, which is actually during the 80s. It was actually really the tennis Coliseum, wherein a lot of world known players played there before. Yun, tennis center po yun. So its capacity is 4,000 ba? Mga 4,000. Ayan, tsaka aircon. So, immediate future, kung kailangan nating gamitin nun, syempre, with the permission of Chairman, pwede rin nating magamit po yun. So, thank you very much, Chairman.
Yeah, we also had guys like Ampon play there. He was 5'3", smaller than me. But, I mean, one of the legends in
Roland,
tennis.
naglaro ka ba doon? Tinatanong ni Chairman.
But for all of you who are maybe my age, you remember Rizal Memorial, Bong, I'm sure you remember this. It was clay court, may may stand, so ibang-iba na siya ngayon. But hopefully, thanks to the PSC, we can bring it back to its glory days. Not just the facilities, but also the tennis as well. Next question.
Sirs, good afternoon. Kate Reyes of Spin.ph. We talked about the ticket selling. Can we talk about the broadcast partners live streaming gonna be made available for the event? We know that they do live sa WTA website mismo for 125 and it's free. So are there other details for the broadcast partners? Thank you.
Okay. Well, the matches for this tournament are going to be streamed live on the website of the WTA. It's called WTA Unlocked, right? And you're probably familiar with that. It is a free site, so you just need to log in, create an account. Okay. Now, for now, that's the only live streaming that we have, but we're still trying to negotiate with other groups to be able to live stream more matches. So for now, it's WTA Unlocked, and we encourage you to open your account. And then we will announce what other platforms we will be broadcasting the matches in our social media pages. So please go to them. Philippine Women's Open Instagram, Facebook, Philta Instagram, Facebook, and the Philta website that's now up.
Okay, good afternoon, Caperas, Sports College and People's Journal tonight. Sir, Pato, isang tanong naman po. After the Philippine Women's Open, of course, magagamit mo ba itong newly refurbished Rizal Memorial Tennis Center for public use? And mananatili din ito magsisilbing venue for different national teams like lawn tennis, soft tennis, and di ba mga venue na rin sa mga iba't iba mga collegiate and filter tournaments as well. Salamat po.
Yes, that is really the exciting part, no? Kung sinong pwedeng gumamit yan aside from, of course, WTA. And I'm sure marami nang contact sa field na dyan, marami nang contact sa PS dyan. You can just imagine the UAAP, NCAA, and corporate tournaments. As a matter of fact, yesterday I received a call a text from the president of the Asian Volleyball Confederation, si Sir Tats. Nag-text siya sa akin at sinasabi niya, pwede bang after the next few months, pwede bang i-convert din yan sa beach volleyball site para madala natin yung world volleyball, beach volleyball dito. Pwede yun, pinapatungan lang yan, ano, na may technology dyan, so hindi naman sinisira yung tennis court. And it has been done, Sir Tats, no? In Europe and in the States. New York and Tokyo. So, all of this, alam niyo po yung facilities na yan, we built that for the athletes to enjoy it, for the people to enjoy. So, makakaasa po kayo na yan ang mangyayari dyan.
Okay. Just one follow-up question on my part. Before, and also, as you said, Ms. Diane, this cannot be done without your generous benefactors and patrons besides Fila and Technofiber of Dunlop. Who else are supporting this?
Well, our number one supporter is the Philippine Sports Commission.
Yes, of course.
They're really, without them, like, we would not even get to step one, in all honesty talaga. Like, I have never seen people working like 24 hours a day in Rizal Memorial. And if you're in his group chat, in Pato's group chat, like, he will update you with everything that's happening, like, you know, like even the landscaping, it's so pretty. It's almost like too good to be true, actually. Parang, yesterday when I went, parang medyo konting naiyak ako kasi syempre, we've been going there since we were kids na parang, well, I don't want to say any negative word, medyo may kulang, di ba? But yeah, so Philippine Sports Commission, NSCHAP, TIEZA, and do you want to mention other sponsors, Tonette, or no?
PAGCORs.
Oh yeah, PAGCOR.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
And just before I give it way to my other colleagues, can we have a categorical statement about the readiness of the region Rizal Mimo Tennis Center for the Philippine Women's Open, kicking off, of course, with the qualifying round on 24 and 25 from either Filta or Patok. How ready is it? Is it 99% or 99.9%? Just a category.
Sa akin po, siguro 85%. 85%. If you go there now, we've mobilized not just the PSC group, we've mobilized DPWH, we've mobilized the City of Manila, we've mobilized PLDT, we've mobilized Meralco, pati yung mga spaghetti wares dun sa Rizal, pinaayos natin. Pati yung mga lamps na pundido, pinaayos natin. Davis Paints, they sponsored the repainting of the fence and everything. So, lahat po, talagang bayanihan. And then, sarap ng pakiramdam. Kaya dapat lang na talagang maiyak si Dean. Sabi ko kasi nagbayanihan, kaya dapat lang talagang maiyak ka.
Pero totoo talaga yun. Even the road is asphalted, and like I feel bad for the workers. Well, that's why I really want to acknowledge them. If you can put them in your stories that they didn't go on their Christmas leave and New Year, so it's a big thing. So thank you so much. And they're really working like night and day. If you go there, it's like a war zone. Like so yes, next question.
Good afternoon po. Nicola Beer, GMA News. Na-mention po kanina, we want this to be a 3-year hosting or for this to host ng 3 years yung WTA. But in the event we're not given the 250 next year po, can we still have it as a 125 po until we're finally given the 250 po?
Actually, our franchise, we have the right to renew the franchise for the next 2 more years for 125. So we're just thinking if we do better, then we can actually upgrade if we can meet the requirements. Yeah, in addition to Bong's query earlier, yung sa court, the fact that we're using it already for our pre-qualifying, it means it's almost ready, except for just the center court, because we're still working on the benches. That's why they couldn't work full-time. But we're confident, basta dun sa courts natin, everything, all the requirements of, maraming requirements yung WTA, but we're confident, of course, with the PSC beside us, that we can finish on time. And not just finish. So if you look at it, it's going to be a different experience.
So obviously the advantage to having a higher level tournament is that you get a better roster of players, right? Because the points of the 125 or the points of 250 are higher than the 125. So hopefully, so be patient. Thank you.
Then I just remembered Bong asked Tenny earlier the importance. Because I remembered when I first saw Tenny when she joined last year's
The ITF.
ITF. Okay, after playing ITF and competing with other international players, the next time I saw her, she was so much better.
Yes.
And then when she played, because she won, I think she won last year. Is that correct?
6
J-
ITF
J-
tournaments,
J-
right?
J-
She won
J30.
6, yeah.
So she got the chance to play J100 in Japan, and after that, she got better again. So this is a big step for Philippine tennis, because once they experience playing with top caliber players, it's different. You want to be better, and you experience their shots, then you know what to improve on. So malaking bagay po ito. How about Tenny?
Yeah, Tenny also played,
I'm sure.
she played the Billie Jean King
Champions in
Cup.
front.
She played also the Billie Jean King Cup, so nag-level up na talaga siya. So, Chairman Pato, you know, in other countries, Southeast Asian countries, they have what you call the ITF professional tournaments, the 15,000 tournaments, the 25, the 50, the 75. And they do this to give the advantage to their local players to join and get points in the WTA. Tulad ni Alex, kaya siya hindi sa Spain lagi naglalaro kasi wala tayong WTA tournament dito. So actually, we kind of like leapfrog there. We went up to a 125, but normally a country starts in the 15,000, 25, 60, 75. So hopefully in the future, Chairman Pato and John Ray, that we can also organize the starter tournaments, the 15Ks and the 25Ks, because that will give our players more exposure to international players, immediately raise their level of tennis, and that's what it's all about. Yeah.
I think, and let me encourage Philta to just host and host. Yesterday I attended we launched the Asian Circuit of Golf yesterday, and that will be February 5 to 8, and the chairman of Wakwak, Mayor Ben-Hur Abalos, already said, we're bidding for the LPGA. And I said, go ahead. Just bid and bid and bid, because it's the best way to promote our country and to develop our athletes. And let me just, singit lang po ako konti. I was showing SecGen. I'm now receiving text messages and sabi sa akin, thank you for making the ticket prices so affordable. So yun, congratulations to Philippines.
Just to clarify about the tickets, we're only selling tickets for the first 4 days for now. The round of 32, round of 16, the quarterfinals, and the qualifying rounds. The tickets for the semifinals and the finals, which will also be available via SM Tickets, we will announce in our social media pages. We might have another event that you may be interested in, and that will be the draw. We might have a draw ceremony event. So if you can just watch our announcements on social media pages, we plan to have it parang Wimbledon style na there's a big draw and then they put the name. So, thinking big. Sabi mo, Chairman. Okay, any yes?
Brian Grande po from the Philippine Star. To Sir John Ray, looking ahead lang po, if possible for the 250, what would be the requirements for that? Is Rizal will still be the venue? Eligible po ba yung Rizal, and what would be the possible venues to make that happen? Thank you.
Yeah, just for the information of everyone, when we talked to WTA, we gave two options. So the other option was yung Bulacan, yung CSA. So they chose Rizal Memorial since it's the proximity is near to the hotels. There's a certain radius, dapat mga 30 minutes lang yung layo niya sa hotel. And yung WTA 250, I think it has the same court requirements. So I think pasado pa rin, so pwede pa rin. But mas maraming purpose siya. Yeah. Yeah. And of course yung prize money. Seating capacity for 125 is only 750. So yung 250 siguro mga 1,000 plus, so pasok pa rin siya. And yun nga, meron pa tayong isang option rin.
Okay, so I'm sure you have a lot more questions. Please feel free to send your messages sa Instagram and Facebook pages, and we'll do our best to answer. And also through our Philta website. And if not, you can always call me or Tonette. And we'll be happy to try our best to answer your questions. So we want to thank